Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're trying to rip it on up here. Let's go. Dang it. I wonder if that's going to work. Huh. All right. I just thought about something. I didn't charge up my headset. My other headset broke. My new headset, I didn't get a chance to charge it up. This one has a broken earpiece. So how are we going to listen to the Fed? Oh boy, I should have fixed the other headset up. Dang it. That's what I get for slacking. Man, what a dip down over lunch, right? I believe we go down a lot lower. We're trying to work our way up towards the VWAP right now as we speak. I don't know, man. They had a pretty good little dip down. You know, could that be it? Little flush of this low and then whoop, right back up. Maybe. Maybe not though, but maybe. But maybe not. So we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. Time to do it all over again. So. You got a little something on right now. I'm in this ES trade. So trying to get a little bit more. I'm trying to get up to this VWAP line right here. Right there. Is what I'm trying to take it to. We'll see if we make it there or not. If we do make it up there, that would definitely push me new session highs. So will we be able to make it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. Or should I just get out? I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. I'm not in new session highs. But so I guess it'll be close. Close. Just out here long. Nice. Hey, Mongo, good job. They were getting it off the low. They were not playing. And if you look right down here on the 1 minute chart, look. Right off the VWAP bands again over lunch. Right there off the VWAP band. Boom. Slammed it up. You see NASDAQ right now coming into the VWAP right there. There's a VWAP on the NASDAQ. Came right up there and kissed it. And what did I say before we jumped off this morning? I said, I think we're going to work our way back towards the VWAP. We just happened to go down a little bit more first. So it wasn't wrong. I was just early to the idea. So nonetheless, though, we shall see. So what do you guys think? Let's see what you guys think. I'm going to put this in the poll. I want to see actual poll results of this. If you guys haven't yet, don't forget to smash the lucky like button as well. Let me make sure I get this all situated. Bam. All right. All right. Will the Fed raise rates today? What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Is the Fed going to raise rates today? Because when we look over here at what the market's pricing in, they basically don't know. There's a 35% chance they could. Hey, Jesse, what's up? Hey, Jesse, I called you over lunch. That's something funny to tell you. Can't really say it on here, but pretty funny. We have the VIX coming down, only up 6.32% now. Still up $1.15. Crude oil is still up over $5. Tonight during can you unlock a lockout? Yeah, I don't think so, JD. I think you're locked out at that point. I think you're locked out. Unfortunately. If they do, yeah, you're right. If they do raise rates, whoo. Hey, what if they come out with a surprise rate cut? I don't see how they could do that, though. What would be the angle for them to cut rates? Especially when the market's not pricing that in. We have the market pricing in nothing or slight chance of a hike. I don't know. We'll see. Now let's go look at SMH. Where's that at this morning or today? SMH down 2.79%. RSP still down 0.5%. Compare that to a SPY. SPY is down roughly 0.5%. Yeah, I agree. We're way in debt. Lowering rates would help the debt a little bit, but You know, what other problems is that going to cause? Oh, wow. SpaceX is up. So Microsoft's up, Meta's up, Apple's up, Google. So we have for the Mag 7 up. MU looks like took a nosedive again. MU was up earlier when we were looking at it. So when the press conference comes on, I'm going to try to pipe that in so we can hear it. We'll see how that shakes out. Today is your funeral? You got killed. Oh, that's bad. That's horrible. That is horrible. You got a 9 count right up here as well. That's a pretty good lift off that low. From the low all the way up here is 327 points. Oh, you got killed too, Jesse? I thought you were killing it earlier. Hey, Jesse, were you able to recover, or is it, you know, we got to have a moment of silence for the fallen accounts. SpaceX was down almost 4%. Let's go look at that. So I do need to make sure. Oh man. Let me set this. All right. So be well aware, if your prop firm has a rule around tier 1 news, the 2 o'clock time frame would be considered a tier 1 news event. So the Israel army launched an artillery attack on the area of the town of Base region near. Okay. Whatever. Not worried about that. Oh, SpaceX. That's what I wanted to see. Squirrel. Wow. SpaceX gap down, came all the way back up to fill the gap. Hey, David, what's up? Yeah, definitely a nice pump. TBT, close your 10 accounts. You have no idea. Hey, did you have 10 evals? Because you can only have 5 funded at a time. So, hey, before we left the stream, I told everybody, I think we're going to try to work our way back up towards the VWAP. And look, we're right there on the ES, NASDAQ. We're right there. Now, what I didn't tell you, no, I was right there at 12 o'clock. We went down a little bit more. We got off early today. We got off about right here. We did go a little bit lower before coming up to that VWAP. Let's get it. Are we going to get a big pump when the Fed comes out? We already got the flush down. Now they got the plunge protection team activated. Then we're going to queue up the Fed, though. Knock it out. I don't know. Be wild. So we've had a 769 point range on the NASDAQ. S&P 129 point range. Remember what we talked about this morning? I shared with you guys this stat right here. We go below the 1-day minimum. Probable we're going to close back above it. Let me see if I can find that stat again for you guys real quick. Actually, I'm going to do it in a different area of the website. If we go right on here, NQ, under back test, do the 1-day minimum. Yeah, 55% chance. Let me see if I can zoom that up a little bit. 55% chance we recover after going below the 1-day minimum. And now look, if we look on the ES, meaning we close back above it, which we're not done yet. Market's not done yet. We haven't closed yet. 1-day minimum here. The ES has a 59% chance of closing higher than that price point of the 1-day minimum. So knowing that stat kind of made sense, looking for some longs down below the 1-day minimum, and at minimum looking at target just on the other side of it by 4 o'clock. Logical plan. You know, if we have 59% chance it closes back above it, There's still a 41% chance it doesn't happen. So, but the odds would favor, the move back towards there. Now, where's the bands above us? Wow, we're still up there. 28,084. Wow. Wowzers. What's up there? What's up there a little bit? We look. I want to see how this is shaking out. Two things I want to look at real quick. Yeah, that was a nasty. Where'd it go? There it goes. Hey, look, if you look, 28,000 right here. We have a lot of gamma right there. Rejected off this gamma down here. We talked about that this morning. I just didn't think we'd make it down there. That 27,500, we did. We made it down there and said, oh, that's cute. You didn't think we can go any lower? Oh, how cute. How cute that was. So. We'll see how this is all going to shake out this afternoon. At 2:30 when Walsh comes on to speak, I'm going to try to pipe him into the stream. So. Lucid is nice. We're trying to come down here a little bit. It's trying to come down just a wee little bit. Keep in mind, we only have about 35 minutes until the statement comes out. 25K when the week is over. Oof. Another 2,500 points lower, 26. I mean, could happen. That would be a massive week, though. We've already had a 1,300 point range. That put us over 3,000 points for the week. That would be insane. Let me just go ahead and keep adjusting this fib down now. I'm just going to remove that. Where's my orb? Yeah, here's orb low way up here. We have the midpoint way up here. So when the Fed comes out, if we get above that line, I don't know. I just got a funny suspicion. The Fed's not going to try to croak the market. We're already down pretty good. We already have the NASDAQ in correction territory. What about this? Let's see the SPX. How far down has the cash market come from the all-time highs? Not nearly as much. Cash market to the low is only down about 3%. Yeah, NASDAQ's taking the brunt of it. Interesting. Soxel at 60 is a buy. Hey, I wonder how the Sox is doing. The Sox got to be doing good ever since that split. But they had the little split here. It's just been going on up. You don't trust Wall Street, they never lie. U.S. military escorting oil and gas through the straits. All right. Remember, they said they're going to bomb them hard tonight. So we might have some more volatility come Asia, if that's true. Major nodes for the ES. We're still in negative gamma. But so we had a lot down here at 7,400. We overthrew it a little bit. We're back above it. So the next stop I look at would be right around 74.25, then 74.50. So 25, then 50. If we hold above 7,400 is what I'd look for. And we'll see if we make it up there. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I do want to go look at the spot gamma. Yeah, look at the options flow right here. All day long, options flow has been going up, 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 up. So when the market was going down, I kept talking about this in this morning's stream. Up, 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 and away. Yeah. Oh, good job, Bob. Hey, Bob, and all you had to do was get last place today to get another account to join the group. Yeah, I'm going to stream Asia tonight. So I'll have the stream set up for 8:30, but realistically, I'll probably be on around 8. Just depends on how long it takes to put my daughter to bed. So. But yeah, I plan to stream tonight. So tonight we got a 3 stream day. Busy, busy, busy. Luckily, I was able to get a little bit on the ES. I'm glad I didn't hold it. Oh no, it made it all the way up there, you sucker. Gosh, dog it. The ES did make it all the way up there. The ES I closed out right when we got on stream. I was going to try to take it all the way to that VWAP right there. I chickened out. Gosh, dog it. Stupid market. Gonna be here for all 3? Oh, awesome. Appreciate it. I will say though, streaming more at night, my P&L at night has been getting bigger. Because it's forcing me to trade a little bit more. I wouldn't say forcing me, but the more I look at the market and the more I'm talking about it, the more I talk myself into a trade. So it's definitely been a win. $20K long now. Oh boy. Hey KD, so you guys think the low is in? Is the low in? Or is Washington gonna come flush that low, say, oh, that's cute that you thought that was the low. How cute. They're trying to bring it down right now. I think oil's coming down a little bit. Yeah, oil's down off the high. I wouldn't say really coming down, but you know, it'd be wishful thinking. 73.14 SPX is your guess before the real bottom. Let's see where the cash market has been so far. How low? How low have we been today? 73.41, a little bit lower. Yeah, big moves. Hey, Jesse, that's why. Hey, so it's a good lesson for everybody, including myself. When the volatility expands, we lower position size because the moves are going to be a lot more erratic. Look at how many times, look how much more I'm taking, how many more stop losses I'm taking with a 10-point stop loss. Paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut. Boom, I get it right. You know, if I don't get it right, that's going to be a problem. And that's what my problem has been this week. I've had some good days, but man, I've taken some paper cuts. And yesterday, I talked about this last night on stream. So yesterday when I left, it looked like I was up for the day. You look at the little P&L in the box, like, wow, he had a good day. And after commissions, I was down $17. $17. So, you know, it was not good. But I had a really good Monday. Having a good day today. Oh, yeah. Hey, Bob, you don't have it yet. Hey, they haven't emailed me yet. I'll email you as soon as they do. Let me check my email real quick. Yeah, they haven't emailed me yet. I remember who won now. Oh, there it is. Let me star that. Just so I don't forget. All right. IWM 6-day scared. Yeah, better off not having it. You don't want to get it. Hey, Bob, you don't want to get in when the volatility is about to pick up with the Fed speaking? Come on. Yeah. Wow. Hey, we're going to set a small goal today. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes for the afternoon stream. I know, I'm asking for a lot here. 100 likes. We already got over 116 people in here. Or we have 116 people. So let's see if each and every one of you can just go bink. Uh-oh. I'm telling you guys to do it. Oh boy, you know who King Slacker is. Ugh. Trying to see. I'm trying to get in. Oh, I'm in the right stream. All right. All right, looks like I'm going to be lucky number. Bam, 49. Let's get it. I got my little dose of afternoon luck. Oh, the Fed's going to speak at 2:30, but they're going to give us the statement at 2 o'clock. So if you're trading with a prop firm that has a tier 1 news event, be careful. Most of them make you be out 1 to 3 minutes before the news, and you can't re-enter until 1 to 3 minutes after, and you cannot have any open orders. So just make sure that you are out. Done. No more trades on. So. Let me save that. Dang it. Don't forget to vote. Is the Fed going to raise rates or not? Keep in mind, when we look at the probabilities, 35% chance they're priced in they do. Does Warsh shock the markets? Maybe. Oh, dang it. No, don't do that. Oh, I think my new monitor stands just showed up. Dog is not happy. Well, for a little bit and then slap. We're going to find out. It should be fun. Hopefully it's not a dud. All right, we've already had a lot of volatility before the Fed came out. So let's see. Are you guys help up? Man, we need to bump up that goal. All right, hey, we're going to make the goal 150 likes. 150 likes. See if we can get it. Can you guys help me get there? I know I said 100, but we're already at 60 and we haven't even had the Fed come out yet. We haven't even had any of the fun yet. So AT Coop, you think we go higher from 7,400 or back down? I appreciate that, Jay Loves. Full tilt. I mean, it's easy. I mean, You know what's funny is when you look at it logically, when you don't have any skin in the game, let's say the weekend, the market's not moving. You go back over and you look, oh yeah, I would have bought here. I would have got out here. I would have sold there, bought back there. But when it happens in real time, it's like you just turn on full idiot mode and send it sometimes. So Bob said, move the goalpost again. Yeah, take away the uncertainty. Hey, Dustin, also when you have no risk of loss, right? No risk of loss because no big deal. It's a lot easier. You're not risking being wrong because the chart's not moving. That's easy peasy. I wish I could just do this for the day. Just scroll back and tell my broker, all right, hey, I wanted to buy right here. And yeah, I would have closed it out right there at that line. Can you just deposit that money into my account, please? Because I definitely would have got in right there. Oh man. Too much. That would be awesome. We could just rewind and just all you have to do is mark up a chart and send it to the broker and say, all right, here's my trades. Here's my trades for the day. Ooh, that was some hard work. I can't believe it. I had to mark up 10 trades on the day. Jeez. That would be the ultimate hack right there. That'd be pretty awesome. But that's just a fantasy. And tonight, we got to be careful because tonight, especially at 6. So yesterday at 6, Iran launched on the U.S. Tried to do a sneak attack. So do we launch today around 6 o'clock? So I got to be careful. I'm usually trading right around the open. So I got to be careful tonight around then. Gots to be careful. Yeah, short squeeze rally. Yeah, I agree. But doesn't mean it's going to happen. Does not mean it'll happen. Yeah, you just go, Mike, smash like button. I appreciate that, Jay Loves. SPY breakaway upside move. Next 24 to 48 hours. Let's see what other news we have besides the Fed today. So once we're done with the Fed, and I do plan to bring the Fed in so we can hear them speaking. I probably need to not do that. Here, let me do this. I got brand new headphones out there. I haven't charged them up yet. Hey, you guys think that new headphones will have... Hold up. I'm going to go see if they have a charge on them. Give me a minute. Uno momento. Let's see if my assistant can hold down the fort for a moment. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, let's see if this will work. Got a brand new set, never used. Which way is left and right? Huh? Let's see how they're comfortable they are. Yeah, maybe. That's weird. Oh, dang it! I need the other. I need the other cable. All right. All right, give me a minute. I gotta get the other cable. All right, let's see if we can get this sucker working. Can we get it working? Nothing like doing this last minute. Nothing like doing it the last minute. Let's see. I wonder how I turn these jokers on. I can do on Bluetooth. Hey, it works. Where's the volume at? Huh. All right. I can hear. See how easy that was? All right. So let's hope that these are so much more comfortable. These broke. Hey, how did that start working? All right. So we'll see. All right. Hey, don't forget, smash that like button. We got about 14 minutes until the Fed comes out. So don't forget to vote. Are they going to raise rates? Yay or nay? We have a VWAP right here, which I thought we'd return back to safety being VWAP. I wonder if I'm talking loud. I feel like I'm talking loud. Test. All right. Yeah, grab the popcorn. I will say these headphones sound way better than my busted up ones before they busted. Still can't believe these broke. I really like these. Blue 5 evals. Yeah, it was tough. I had a lot of losing trades myself this morning. So in that last ES trade, I bailed out early. I was going to try to take the ES all the way up to the VWAP, and I chickened out. Yeah, DJ Mike. Let's get it. Oh man, I'm excited already. I'm already getting the heart palpitations. Doo doo. Getting ready. Ah, that stinks. Yeah, busiest week. Hey, after the bell. Woo! Microsoft, Meta, ARM, Qualcomm, Lam, Chipotle. We got Amazon tomorrow, Apple. So, should be fun. Don't forget to smash that like button. Our goal, 150 likes. See if you guys can help me out here. We're going to stream all the way until the close. So. If no rate change, I think that should be good for the markets. Should. Trying to read. So, hey, JP Morgan. Let me see if I can pull this over. Whoa. Here's what JP Morgan's saying. Base case. Hawkish hold. 55% chance what JP Morgan says. 40% neutral hold. Hawkish hike, 4%. I don't think we get a hike. I think the market's already... Oops. All right. Bring on the hike. Hey, so we got about 9 minutes. Hey, so hey, if you are in a prop account, you might want to think about exiting those positions. So let's make sure. Hey, notice you guys might have heard my alarm go off. That's my alarm to make sure I'm in 0 prop accounts. None. Be out. So. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out the poll. It looks like a majority of you guys have voted for no. We are not going to be raising rates. I think we're going to spike up. I really do. Hey, if we do spike up, how high are we going to go? Wouldn't that be nuts if we undo the entire move down? Ooh. Oof. $29K. I don't know about that. I like your optimism, but $29K. Oof. I just don't see that. You did say, hey, so this morning we talked about, we had a lot of gamma at 27,500. I just didn't think we'd make it down there. And here we are. We made it down there earlier today. And look at that wick out there in the ES. Look, we still have the structure breakdown point we identified this morning. Now we got the wick. We got back above that candle. That could be a target right there. 37 to 44. I'm not doing no options on this. Yeah, VWAP is right here above us. On the ES, it's a little bit above us as well. If we look, a little bit above us on the ES. So saying 3 things causing inflation: tariffs, the war, and AI. Man, I'm getting excited. Oh, I need to set my alarm so I know when I can trade these again. Let me set this. All right. So 203. So after 203, I should be able to trade no problems. Bink. All right. Hey, so no worries. So on Take Profit Trader, I gotta get used to this headset. Take Profit Trader, it's 1 minute before and during and 1 minute after. So after 201, we could trade. My fund and futures, I think, is 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna go default 3 to 4 minutes before I look for any trades. I have all my accounts linked, so depending on which Lucid account you have. If you have the new Lucid, the daily account, no news on that account. No news, so be well aware of that if you're trading the new Lucid daily account. So let's get it. Yeah, only Pro and Pro Plus with TBT evals. You're fine. No worries. So let's see. Got a few minutes. Inbox. Let's get ready. What's it going to be? Woo! Silly question, Mike. What does... it's not a silly question. Hey, remember, any question you have, feel free to ask. But the wicks basically show us that sellers were able to push it down, but they couldn't keep it down. Buyers stepped in and said, hey, maybe there's some interest down here. This is a value play. Boop, we pop it back up. They're showing us a presence of buyers, just like over here. But it's important in context. Are we coming down, then seeing the wicks? If you're going up and seeing wicks at the bottom, that could actually be a sign of weakness. Because it shows you that sellers were at least trying to push it down. And here's a VWAP that we talked about, or not VWAP, the point of control we talked about. Man, these things noise cancel pretty good. It's kind of hard to talk. But here's a point of control that we talked about this morning. I was hoping we'd bounce up before coming down and getting it, but here we are. All right, so let's get ready. Hey, here's going to be the funny part. Watch, if we look at the books, watch the books on the ES. They already pulled the orders on the ES. Look, they started pulling the orders saying, hey, I don't want no part of this. Yeah, Bookmap's clear. I was just about to bring that up. Man, that sounds so funny because it's all the noise canceling these headphones. They're like pillows on my ear too. So let's get ready. Let's get ready. Looks like we got about a minute and a half. Man, they started clearing the books a little bit early. Now I do want to see, where do we have any big liquidity orders, and see if do we go there. $74.50. We talked about a gamma level there as well. And then right around 75. To the downside, all the way down here at 73.50. So a big spike to the downside, 73.50. NASDAQ. Ends the press conference. Oh boy. Hey, so down here at 27,200, we have 100 contracts on the NASDAQ. Look right there, 200. I don't know if they're going to keep that there going through the release. All right, we got about 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Yeah, task force incoming. All right, let's see. Let's see which way is it going to go. On the move up. Trying to move up there on the NASDAQ. Yes, almost made it to 50. Look, we got that structure breakdown point we talked about this morning. Bam, that level's hit. I can go ahead and remove that off the charts now. Remove it. So no change, no change. 9-3. So 3 dissenters wanted a rate hike. Look at it go. Oh, look at the ES go. Let's see. About to switch short. Where are we in the bands? We're not even close on the bands. So if we look on the ES, we're just above the VWAP. I wouldn't want to start short until 74.89 to 75.20. If we're playing off the VWAP bands. And what about NASDAQ? NASDAQ second band is up here about 28,074. So keep on ripping. Keep on ripping. Let's see. Can we get that midpoint line right here? 903. 903. Here about another minute. Another 36 seconds. I'll look for trades and the props. Yeah, gonna get green. That's what I'm thinking too, BK. Hey, and that's what the Cosby and stuff had a nasty pullback yesterday and then started to turn. So all right. That means I'm free to trade the prop accounts now. Oh, we got PCE tomorrow. Yeah, we can trade props now. Yep. At least the ones I trade with. So My Funded Futures, Tradeify, Lucid, Take Profit Trader, All the platforms I trade with. Apex, which actually Apex, Tradeify, we can still be in trades anyways. And every account in Lucid you could be in except for the new daily account. Oh, TP in now? Oh, nice. So we'll see. Is Kevin Walsh going to be like, bam? I don't know. So I'm going to bring Kevin Walsh on. We're going to put Kevin Walsh in the bottom left-hand corner here shortly. Full port. Full port. Bye, account. Bye. Bye-bye. I miss you. You're in Lucid Daily? Yeah, no FOMC trading. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's go look. Let's go look. FAQ Daily. Let's see. I don't see it on there. I have a hard time reading that screen. Give me a moment. Let me see. I know I've seen it about news. Let me find it. Oh, yeah. Hey, so in the funded for sure. So Lucid in the funded. Lucid funded account at the very bottom says news trading not permitted. So trading red folder news items in Lucid daily funded account is not permitted and is a hard breach, meaning you'll lose your account. That's in the funded. Let's go look at the eval. So if I click on the evaluation, I don't see that in there. So I think it's only once you're funded. So I think it's only once you're funded. I think that's the way I read it. So you should be good, Adam. Your charts are zinging all over the place. This isn't even bad. It's not even bad yet. Look, we've almost hit that 903. I'm watching that 903 right there. Can we get it? Can we get it? You're going to short again at 900? Nice. MAQ, I just use a 1 minute or 5 minute chart. But I'm looking over here. Usually a lot of times on the MAQ, I'm looking at the 30-minute charts. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I gotta watch this. So I'm watching 903. See if we can get that opening. So here's the opening range low right here. I want to see that midpoint taken out. We have a little minor ABC pattern playing out right here too. That target's actually 990. Yeah, it's just shy of that high gamma strike price at 28,000. Target P point. Actually, the P point's right in the same area, Paul. Looks like the P point's the exact same area, close to it. If not, oh no, it's at 930, isn't it? I lied. P point's at 930, just above it. But for me, see, the P point's already been tested. I like the first test. To me, the first test is the best test. I'm trying to find the wash. These headphones have good sound in them. So now I do gotta check something real quick. I gotta get you guys ready to get piped in for when Mr. Wash comes over to us. All right. All right, hey, when I pipe them in, you gotta let me know. How is this too loud?
Percent probability of a rate hike right now, and there's even a possibility if you get towards December, near 50% of a second rate hike. That
way, when I talk, I just want to make sure I'm not gonna play any music, so I'm gonna wait. If backtest to half this move up, I wouldn't mind seeing a little move higher. We'll see. Hey, note on this ABC pattern. Oh, no, we don't. Hey, we didn't validate the ABC pattern yet. Hey, so this ABC pattern, we have not broken that swing point yet. So we got to get above 888, 888.5. Then we're validating as long as we don't go below 8. As long as we don't go below 781, then we're good. We go below 781 and validates the pattern. We got to get above up here first. Oh, see, I've never traded Lucid Direct. Let's go look at that real quick. Let's go look. Lucid Direct. I've never had a Lucid Direct account. No, hey, I don't see the news there. On Lucid Direct, I don't see the news. I don't see anything. Let me do this real quick. So look, if we look right here, news trading not allowed on trading red folder arms. Lucid on the Lucid daily is a hard breach. It's allowed on the Flex, Pro, and Direct accounts. So look, we can trade news on every other account but the new Lucid daily account. That was just updated this week. So if you guys haven't yet, smash that like button. Bink. Yes, 50% of the candle. I want to see if we're going to break above here. Start running towards that target. Still have not broken that swing point there yet. We came close, but it's not a break, so it's not a valid pattern yet. So we got about 16 minutes till we get Wash out. When Wash comes out, I'm going to bring him over. So we're just waiting for him right now. So. Yeah, we might not get the ABC pattern validated. Oh yeah, look at gold. Yeah, gold's on the move. Yeah, look at gold. Hey, watch out though. We have a structure breakout point right here. We'll be surprised if we come back and revisit that sometime later today or tonight. Let's see what yields did. Yields spiked down initially. Come on, let's go, let's go. All right, we have to undo this. We never went up there and took out the swing high, and now we took out that swing low. So the ABC pattern I was hoping for, nope. Stopped out. Oh, you're a long Neo? Gold's bouncing off long-term trend line. I've never been a fan of trend lines myself, but I still draw them out to look at them, but I try to trade off them, I lose money. So 15 minutes till we get washed to come out. Oh, we did get 102 likes. That means we only got 48 more to go. Help hit our goal. You guys help me get there. I do truly appreciate it. I really want to smack the trade real quick. I just don't like where we're at yet. If we can dip down, do something like this, spike down below the lower regression channel, and then get like a trade detected bubble show up, I'll smack it for a little scalp back up. Yeah, just pick a direction and manage risk. Hey, Spaces, what's up? Best, I like the Lucid Flex accounts myself. I don't know why. The pro accounts are amazing accounts as well. And if you buy the account before July 31st at 5 o'clock, you get 0 DLL in that account. It doesn't show it on the website, but once you buy it, you'll see it. So if you look at Lucid right now, this is only till July. Till July, you have no daily loss limit. Even though it shows here, once you buy it, no daily loss limit till July 31st. After that, they may or may not do away with that DLL. They might put it back or they might not. They're collecting data to see if they can make this account feasible with no DLL. So. Yeah, hey, Spaces, it's all EOD. The only one that's not EOD is the new daily account. Daily account, once funded, is intraday, kind of like TPT. And My Fund and Future is Rapid account. So. So I want to hear about the task force today. Wash's task force. Let's go. Let's go. So look, we had initial reaction up. We pull back. And quite often when the Fed comes out, the first move, we retrace it, but ultimately we end up having a big push in that direction. We'll see if today follows that path or not. Even if we undo all the way past here, like we come down like this, most of the time we'll end up ripping way back the other way. Now watch this time be different, but at 2 p.m. candle, yeah. Yeah, I see that happen a lot. We undo the 2 o'clock candle, then go back the other way. So the initial candle was up. A lot of times we'll reverse it and then right back up. If it's down, a big push down, we go all the way back up and then we rip back down. I like the Lucid Flex myself. That's the accounts I have with Lucid is Lucid Flex. Yeah, the chip stocks are just getting smoked. Nvidia down 2%, MU down 6.6. KLAC was down almost 10% earlier. Down 8.24 now. AMD down 3%. That's bad. SpaceX back down. Tesla down. So actually, Tesla and Nvidia are the only Mag 7 in the red. And let's see, RSP. RSP spiked up. RSP got green. RSP spiked up a lot more than the SPY did. So. Big top and tail on RTY 60 minute. Good thing we still have a while till it closes though. Oh yeah, that's quite the topping tail. But we still have another 39 minutes before that candle closes. So it could look drastically different. Or it could look even worse. Dollar index on the move down. VIX still up 2.91%, but trying to pull back here a bit. So we'll see what Mr. Task Force has to say. Can he juice markets or not? We'll see. Hey, so people were saying that Citadel was calling for a rate hike. Hey, so are they just trying to get all the retail off sides? Maybe. Hey, it says the Fed swaps no longer fully priced in a September rate hike. Sid also calls on that pop for sure. Might have. I want to hear Wash come back. I'm kind of curious though. Did the 10-year ever hit our daily target? Nope, not yet. 4.786. Not yet. Neo's going to short soon. Hey, you going to wait for Wash to come out? Neo or? Man, I can't wait to hear what. I want to see the market's reaction to Wash speaking. Wash away inflation. Oh. I'm listening to this guy talking on CNBC. Waiting for Wash to come on. And we have some big earnings after the bell, too. Man, oh man. Nice little push back. Look, we're kind of stuck. We're kind of bouncing off this VWAP right here. VWAP and then the opening range low. TP 700-ish. Oh, you're short? Yeah. Hey, Eric, you can trade at 230. It's just a 2 o'clock statement. They consider the FOMC. So. Wash the balance sheet. Task force. Hey, so CBC says they think it's gonna be one of the shortest press conferences because Wash is not gonna want to answer nothing. If we give way through here, we can come all the way back down towards 680. Task force. Hey, they're saying, hey, joke on CBC. Then every time Wash is asking a difficult question, he's going to talk about, we have a task force for that. Hey, so we got about a minute and a half. Then we're going to bring Wash in. Yeah, helicopter bin. Yeah. Hey, I liked it back in 08. Market's freaking out. Look at Ben Bernanke and Paulson to come on and try to speak. The market calms down a little bit. Then before they're done speaking, markets just get slammed again. Before they're even done talking. I used to love those days. So, Wash is a taskmaster. All right, he should be coming on any moment. I'm going to bring him on as soon as he comes on. Yeah, I'm going to bring him on. I just want to make sure there's no music playing so I don't get a copyright strike. Ah, my back. Oh, trying to go up here. Pump, pump, pump it up. Oh, he's coming on. He's not on yet. All right, let's see. Just waiting for him to walk out. Market's going up like he's already out. Comes out, says, all right, guys. Let's bring him on. If I need to turn him up, let me know.
Good day. My second FOMC committee meeting as chairman has come quickly. It's probably too early to call it a streak, but our discussions again were collegial and constructive. I'm truly lucky to work with colleagues so capable and mission focused, and so determined, like I am, to sharpen the performance of the Federal Reserve.
I really think we're going to go back up and take out those highs.
The committee decided to vote by a 9-3 vote.
These highs.
To maintain the target range for the federal funds rate at 3.5 to 3.75%. The committee is continuing its policy of making ample reserves in the banking system.
YouTube has a built-in delay. I have it set the lowest latency.
The economy is showing impressive resilience. Even with recent shocks, the trends are positive and reveal solid growth. Job gains have kept pace with the workforce, and the unemployment rate has changed little. Inflation remains elevated relative to the committee's 2% goal. The committee remains resolute. You've heard this before.
Good job, Katie.
We will deliver price stability. As before, the policy statement conveys just the facts. It's steering clear of forecasting, a choice we consider especially prudent at these uncertain times. Uncertainty, however, does not mean a lack of clarity.
We're not going to give a forecast.
For some households, businesses, and market professionals, 5 years of high inflation have left a mistaken impression that's hard to shake, that the Fed's implicit inflation target was somehow above 2%. Let me reiterate, there is no soft inflation target. There is no soft implicit target, not on this committee's watch. There's only a target, and it's 2%. Not one of my FOMC colleagues is
no soft target
illusion.
JD says 25K.
Chapter, and we understand that the 5+ years of inflation above target cannot be cured in 9 weeks or by a single month of modest price decreases. This Fed will not waver. Our credibility rests on performing our duties and delivering on our responsibilities. Americans are right to expect that because our nation's prosperity depends on it. To the regulars here in the press room, today's assessment might sound
it does sound a little hawkish.
Yet there was nothing inertial about our discussions, our policy, or our strategy. two economic developments are worth highlighting. The first is a very notable change since our last meeting 42 days ago. Yeah. Nominal and real yields are materially higher across the Treasury curve. In fact, some of the increases in market interest rates between FOMC meetings are among the most significant in the last 2 decades, ranking around the top decile or so. But if the committee didn't change its policy rate, what happened? In the intermeeting period, market attention centered on real data and real economic developments. Prices reacted in real time to incoming information, and the reduction in forward guidance may have been a factor. Market participants are learning to play the ball, not the referee, and market prices will continue to respond in the direction and magnitude they see fit.
Oh, longs are
This is, in my view, a change for the better, and we're just getting started. After all, the central bank need not always and everywhere be the center of attention. I understand the desire for rolling forecasts and commentary from this committee, but for our part, we need to observe market reaction to developments, direct and unfiltered. I want to stress, of course, that decisions by this committee matter a great deal. And where necessary and appropriate, we will not hesitate to act. A second economic development is one that I noted at the congressional oversight hearings this month, but it's worth repeating. The most striking feature of the economy is the strong growth of business investment. The surge in high-tech CapEx has been remarkable, but that does not necessarily make the Fed's role any easier. In the AI-related category of high-tech equipment and software, the most recent data shows 4-quarter growth rates of nearly 20%. This is helping to sustain the healthy momentum of manufacturing output. More generally, CapEx is preparing the ground for future growth.
Not a lot of big swings yet.
Nonetheless, the precise timing and magnitude of effects on the supply side remain hard to predict.
I think after he starts getting questions.
FOMC meetings produce policy decisions. But just as important is candid discussion of the big things that matter most. That too is a priority in this new chapter at the Fed. In our meeting, vigorous discussion centered on 4 questions, which I will enumerate. First, we talked a lot about the implications of the past 5 years of high inflation on the current policy conjuncture. To echo an old phrase, has the past really passed? Second, my colleagues and I considered the economic shocks of recent years. Strained supply chains.
Yeah, video will be a little bit delayed coming back to you guys.
Military conflicts.
Oh, yeah, how do I get the music off? Hold on.
Substantial increases in tariff rates. And yes, the surge in AI-related investment.
Did I get the music off?
These differ in their sources. Do they also differ in their effects on output and employment? Third, we took up the related question of price increases arising from shocks.
Oh, thank you. I can't hear it back.
The business CapEx boom, for example, is driving up prices of memory and logic chips and associated AI infrastructure. Do these changes indicate a broader inflationary dynamic, or do we just focus on them because they are under the bright streetlight? Finally, we discuss monetary policy tools and strategies for achieving stable prices. If, as the Fed has long held, interest rate policy should be its primary monetary policy instrument, how much accommodation are we getting from the balance sheet? In all of this, our work is advancing at the Fed.
A quick little scalp.
We're asking the right questions. And in this consequential time, we know how very much depends on getting the right answers. Of course, you've all arrived with questions of your own, so let's turn to them now.
Let's start with Steve.
Quick little scalp again.
Thank you for taking our questions, Mr. Chairman. Sure. You've had a couple months now, or 9 weeks, or whatever number it is, to see the markets behave in the absence of
see if we get to around that 903 level,
guidance,
midpoint of the opening range.
What message are you getting from the markets?
What we talked about, first move up, retracement, move back up, going in line with what we expect.
In 4 days, but I'm not counting. The message from markets is the message from markets. What I've really been trying to do, Steve, as I think you appreciate, your colleagues appreciate, is
I left everything the same.
Filtered message from markets, getting a direct message, letting buyers and sellers meet at prices for treasuries, for the foreign exchange value of the dollar, and then trying to judge for ourselves, what does that mean about our remit? How are we doing on inflation? How are we doing on employment? We're trying not to interfere with that market signal. That's part of the reason why we've been somewhat spare in our words, why we pulled back from forward guidance. So they're reacting to events, I would say, much more directly over the 42 days since we last met. This is a good thing.
Yeah, we haven't heard task force yet.
Prepared remarks, we've seen a material tightening, not just in nominal rates, but in real rates too. And we're observing it. We're trying to stay out of that because, you know, many of you might be interested in our reaction function. We're interested in the reaction of financial markets.
I get that, Mr. Chairman, and I guess the follow-up question is...
reaction of financial markets.
If the markets are talking to you, what do you hear them saying? And if it's real rates are higher, it would suggest
saying this pig is going down.
Where the funds rate ought to go.
Yeah, so...
sorry.
I'm sorry, it's your question. So interpreting
Watching
markets is an imperfect business. We central bankers like market pros can
see it right up here coming in.
Overdetermined, but let me offer some speculation. First, as we said in the FOMC statement that you got at 2 o'clock,
we got some micros. I'm going to start peeling off up there.
Output is solid. CapEx
go higher and we'll leave 2 on for a little bit more.
Are strong. Labor market's solid, steady. The bond market, the treasury market, it seems
9:30. I'll probably peel the rest off.
If I were to try to break down, disaggregate the treasury market signals, I wouldn't be able to do it perfectly. But the bond market's saying many of those same things, and that's why we're seeing a tightening both in nominals and in reals. Even while at some level we haven't done much in 42 days, the markets have done quite a bit.
Peel the last one off. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Market.
Claire Jones, Financial Times.
Claude Jones.
You seem to have got the family fight you were after at this meeting. We saw three dissents.
All right. Hey, so look, we talked about that initially.
Characterize the arguments that those dissenters put
pull back
forward,
and go in the
please?
direction of the initial
You
push.
weren't persuaded by them
That's what's
at this
happening.
stage. Thank you.
How can they keep it pushing? Is the thing.
Best arguments. I'll give you some others.
We're gonna see.
So you were right. I asked for a good family fight and I got one.
You haven't yet? Smash that like button.
That's the design feature.
Trying for 150 likes.
I come into this meeting, even
guys
this
got
press conference, heartened by what I've experienced the last 2 days. Most of our discussion were on the big questions that matter to the conduct of monetary policy. We didn't sort of hide from them. We weren't scared of them. There was a lot more interaction between and among my colleagues. It was a real family fight. My view, which you've long heard,
see if we can make it up there.
That's the better way to get policy right. That's our North Star. So
a zone's 28,017.
There was a lot of agreement that I heard that we have the
so if you're looking to target that zone,
tools, also the authority to deliver stable prices. No walking back from our responsibilities. There was a large majority support for the.
We might want to think about front running that.
Room.
We have a lot of GECs right there at 28,000.
There was
so
nothing
pay attention.
commercial about that discussion.
If you're looking to target that zone, watch 28,000.
Robust discussion about what's
maybe
in
think
the
about
full
managing
range
risk or
of what we
doing something around there.
do and might want to do in the period ahead. You characterized accurately. There was a disagreement about a decision today. I would say that doesn't sort of capture the full essence of the discussion. The path to central bank heaven requires delivering on our remit. These days, that means delivering on price stability. I wouldn't measure that path.
We're at the first upper band. We're not second yet.
Meeting.
So I'm not worried about shorting
yet.
And
I came out of that meeting even more confident that this is the right team to win the battle against high inflation.
How much do you think not going in July was down to the cool CPI print for June?
So in 2 words, not much. Not much. I'd like to believe that the committee shares.
Oh, you got a trade detector bubble up here.
Which is
makes me a little bit nervous if you're looking to get long.
With data
be careful. We're on bar number 8
and the dependence
on the 1 minute.
We are not relying on any one individual piece of data as cover or as an excuse or as validation.
I still have options flow going up.
I think the committee cares about is trends on the
still
data.
Screaming up.
Sure, we got some encouraging inflation data. I think at the meeting 42 days ago, I said something like 63 months of inflation above target. I didn't say 64, though the final calculation might be a close one. So we'll be watching inflation data over the period ahead. But I also don't want you to leave the misimpression that we're sort of breathlessly waiting that. I've called for a task force to revisit both the private and public data we use to make our decision making. That task force is out doing their work. I'll be checking back in with them the next couple of weeks.
We got the task force doing their job.
But I wouldn't say we overly relied on any one piece of data, including that data, which surprised some a couple of weeks ago.
Hey, NASDAQ's green for the day.
Thanks.
NASDAQ's green.
Axios, thank you for taking our questions.
Yes, only down a point. NASDAQ's
so the
or ES
green
green
is now about 75 basis points below the 2-year yield. Suggests markets think you'll have to tighten eventually.
Green.
About 100 basis points below most Taylor rule estimates. You're hitting your employment mandate. Inflation stays high. Why should rates not be higher today?
There's a lot in there, Neil.
let me get to the task force
rates are
for
higher
that.
today than they were 42 days ago. Markets have made decisions because we step back in part from trying to influence those. Market judgments have moved up on what nominal rates are.
Believe it or not, I kind of like his policy stance better than Powell.
That doesn't mean we take them as by dictation, but we're observing them. So I think it's a mischaracterization to say that markets haven't reacted because we didn't move today. Markets are reacting in real time. In the period ahead, we've got important decisions to make about the policy rate.
9 count on the ES and the NASDAQ.
Period, I think, have
be careful if you're trying to go long.
Decisions to make. I'll see if I can put it this way. Monetary policy matters not just by what we say,
what we do,
or even what we do. Monetary policy matters by how it affects the real economy. And these prices that we see in financial markets is one of the many ways in which it affects the real economy. We'll be continuing to watch that market information, see how it responds to incoming events, and that can help inform our decision making when we meet in 7 or 8
Hold your beer.
How would you characterize in the family fight the last couple of days of you and the other 8 members who wanted to hold? Was that a strong conviction or was that a hair trigger close call on holding versus tightening?
Well, I think the vote was 9-3.
We got a big bubble up here too.
To my ear.
Look, we're coming up to that zone that we identified. We're here in the 30-minute.
On the hard questions.
So watch out. Can we get past?
4 questions I raised.
Can we get through 28,000? We have that large gamma exposure right there.
What's really happening in the economy with the shocks and absent the shocks? What are our tools and our capabilities? What's the effect on prices on output? I heard a lot of commonality on the questions. Were there different leans on the answers?
S&P might be able to rally another 30, 40 points.
So could people come to
wants
different
to keep going
conclusions?
before the close.
Absolutely. But my own judgment is this is a period
28,000. Here we go. We're about to breach that level.
Watchful waiting.
Can we push through it?
The score on that vote.
See right here on the 1 minute, we're coming right into it.
Colby.
Wash is actually growing on me.
Colby Smith with the New York Times. You've mentioned that looking at the Fed's policy tools is one element of a 3-pronged strategy to address the inflation problem. So I'm curious how you
already got all my micros, Raj. I got out at 9:03, 9:30ish,
and not coming down. Is the best remedy to raise interest rates?
So that was the discussion.
So we got in the zone
2
here.
days. Is that the dominant remedy? If inflation continues to be elevated through the forecast period, interest rates could well be part of that solution. But I wouldn't say it's in isolation. I tried to describe in my remarks today a point that I made to the oversight committees a couple of weeks ago. I think there was a misimpression by some in financial markets, by some households and businesses, that central bankers like me, we set a 2% inflation target, but maybe we were more tolerable of a somewhat higher inflation target In economics, we'd call that the revealed preference. And so might it have been rational for people to think, well, their inflation target's somewhat higher. What I heard in the last 2 days, what I've heard in 8.5 weeks is no. We will deliver the 2% inflation target. That is the committee's definition of price stability. So one way, absent the tools that you reference, to ensure that we get there is ensure that expectations are centered around the right number. And I think we've made some progress on that. I am not suggesting we're done on that. It's worth reiterating. And ultimately, the business we're in, Colby, is performance. We are going to be judged by how we perform.
Hey, look, we break through the zone right here.
And that's what we intend to do.
We identified off the 30-minute chart.
Making clear expectations.
Could open the door to that next zone that we mapped out this morning.
We demonstrate
20,100 to about 178.
And our policy tools, like you referenced, is the
I'm going to go ahead and remove that
equally
zone.
Consequential part.
How are you factoring the fact that a large portion of the inflation overshoot is
starting to get into the VWAP band, so we got to be careful too.
Mentioned again in the statement. Does that blunt the effectiveness of rate hikes in your view?
First, on the premise of your question, it was almost as if you were listening to our discussion in the last day and a half. A lot of our focus was on trying to understand and identify underlying inflation dynamics amid shocks. We take these shocks seriously. There have been a series of them that have been hitting this economy.
Hey, Dow's only down 550.
Saying, oh, they don't matter.
Russell's only down 4.3, trying to come back.
To what extent are these shocks broadening in their effect, broadening in their impact on prices that are quite far removed from it? Our goal is to have growth that is broadening and inflation that is becoming more limited, more circumscribed. I'll be the first to admit the shocks make 2%. This job in this policy conjuncture a little tougher, but that's among the chief questions we've asked ourselves. And around the room, people have different views on it. I tend to think in the coming months we're going to refine that view and have a better judgment, and we're going to have market prices trying to help inform it too.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. I guess I want to drill down maybe a little bit. What specifically, in your mind, would be the argument then for a pause today?
So I wouldn't characterize what we did as anything like a pause. I would characterize what we did as a rigorous review of the economic situation. I would characterize what we did as a review of the big, hard questions. And I'd characterize it as a view of what our own homework is to try to resolve those questions in the period ahead. If you were
how far do we pull back and do we resume and go back up?
That this was a pause.
Going to a close.
I would say financial market prices.
Yeah, big earnings after the bell.
Side of that. Financial market prices in this intermeeting period, they didn't pause. They reacted to the inflation data in one direction, strong economic growth
FOMC staged their count. Nice. Good job on that, DeBoss.
And nominal and real rates went up. Did the Fed take an explicit change in its policy rate today? No. But I think that's the beginning of the story, not the end of the story.
And if I could, I did want to ask, not forward guidance, but looking forward. Traditionally, a Federal Reserve chairman uses the Jackson Hole Summit as a sort of a reset of monetary policy. How do you look at the speech that you're going to make in August?
I look at it like a blank piece of paper right now. I have not begun consideration with the incredible team here what would go into that document. I think you characterized it correctly. Historically, at least from my first tour of duty at the Fed to more recent periods, it would be sort of a setting up speech more often than not of what was going to be happening in the fall. I haven't made any judgments on that, but those are judgments we'll have to come to. If I could, in the high mountain air in Jackson, Wyoming, I'd like to also frame the big questions. There is a tendency, especially with the proliferation of meetings and press conferences, to get caught up in the myopic. Did you do this by a quarter or do that? Ultimately, whether we deliver on price stability matters some, the decisions we make in 6 or 7 or 8 week periods. But they matter more. What are the big questions? What's really happening with productivity? What's really happening with demographics? What's really happening to the global economy amid the shocks? Haven't made a decision whether it's going to be a big picture speech or whether it's going to be a more traditional setup.
Yes, wait for a task
all
force
the
tell
action
him
we're going to have
what he's
between
gonna be
September and December.
Don't forget,
I will
smash
tell
that
you
like
one
button.
other thing that I am doing between now and Jackson Hole, which is I'm checking with those task forces. My first principle of establishing a task force is find the best subject matter experts anywhere in the world and put them together, especially put them together with other people who might disagree with them. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to be doing a check back in. I've given them time to sort of think hard about their agenda, their debate, their schedule, and when they might be ready for prime time. I'll be doing a little bit of that checking, and that may or may not inform anything I have to say in Jackson.
Nick Temeros of the Wall Street Journal.
Hey, Nick.
Chairman Warsh, I want to follow up on Colby's question about policy transmission. You've said there's no cruel choice between stable prices and full employment. Rates bring inflation down by cooling demand. It's generally thought that can show up in the labor market. If that's not the channel you're relying on, what is?
Yeah, so let me go back to first principles.
I get to a task force on that.
I don't believe that either part of our mandate is generally at war with the other part. I do not believe that price stability and full employment is an
Hey, look, we're starting to get into the bands, the VWAP bands.
There have been policymakers,
but we do have a news
over the
event
last
that's
several
driving it too.
Who have
Hey,
thought
Raj,
that
let me
there
ask you
is a
this:
strict trade-off.
how do you handle this
That isn't my
during the
judgment.
FOMC? We're coming into the bands.
My judgment is,
and this late in the day,
when we deliver on our remit, we're going to be satisfying both prongs. We're going to have price stability and full employment. And in fact, if you want to do the most harm to the labor markets, you would run a period of high inflation that's variable, such that employers, businesses, wouldn't really know what's going on. So I think the two parts of our mandate are equally important. We have no legislative orphans here. I've been talking mostly about price stability because we're doing pretty well collectively as a country, as policymakers on the full employment side. But we're doing considerably less well on prices. That's why we describe them as elevated, and that's what's taken most of our discussion. In terms of transmission mechanisms of monetary policy, I think different tools work through different transmission mechanisms. The interest rates work through lending channels and credit channels, maybe confidence channels and foreign exchange. The balance sheet probably works through some other channels like signaling and portfolio balance. We're keeping full abreast of all these tools in making policy. But if the suggestion is somehow we're going to be fine-tuning aggregate demand so it catches supply, that's not my mental model. I don't think we're great in the fine-tuning business. We're trying to get supply and demand in broad order.
we hit right there on the VWAP
really
band.
what we're doing as we
Second
sit here
band, we're
today
trying to
at
get a
this press
pullback.
conference. So I think we've got a reasonable sense of what aggregate demand looks like in this
Sold 2
economy.
minis? Oh, man.
We're inferring aggregate supply. We're making a judgment about what productivity is. And in some sense, there's a race between supply and demand. And the surge in business CapEx in and around AI, it's making that calculation a little harder to judge. But in the period ahead, we're going to be trying to judge just that.
And if I could ask, where exactly was the disagreement today? Was it about the inflation forecast, or was it something more around the risks, the tactics?
You can see we got a little reaction right there.
So I'm going to I'll let the dissenters speak for themselves. The way I heard it over the last 2 days was overwhelming agreement on objectives and authority and commitment. I didn't hear anybody walking away from it. The judgments as to how best to achieve the price.
Yeah, I took some trades, Raphael.
Was probably the question that we were trying.
I had
to answer.
a couple micros.
What's the best move?
Couple
what's
mini
the
trades.
Best strategy. What's the best way to achieve it? And a second question that was asked is, when do we need to make those harder calls? When do we need to make those decisions? And like I said to one of your colleagues, I was comforted that
JD, I wish I'd locked myself out.
Intermeeting period weren't reacting to us. They weren't reacting to dots or to speeches. They appeared more than ever to be reacting to real-time events. So they're gauging themselves how restrictive the Treasury curve should be. And that, I think, has been a useful development. We don't endorse any particular market move, but I'd also suggest we observe them with keen interest.
Janelle Marte with Bloomberg. Following up on that, there was
Hey,
more
NASDAQ's at
uncertainty
144.
in the markets about what the Fed would do at this meeting. To some extent, you might think that's what you want to see. But my question is about, is there a point at which you would not want to surprise the markets if they were pricing
Look
in
at that.
something with higher certainty that was opposite of what you were
We
intending?
gonna go back
to
and run the overnight high?
What are the risks that you see associated with that?
Yeah, so it's a good question. Surprise is not the objective function.
Hey, VIX is down for the day.
Surprise is not what we're solving for. We have a clear North Star. What we're solving for is how to make the best decisions. Almost everything else should be in service to that goal. By not spoon-feeding markets, by not
Twice today.
previewing our decisions,
Oh,
by not sort of giving nudges and leans.
All right, Jesse, I got Amazon going to your house,
Colleagues and
delivering
I
that
found
shot
in the
collar.
intermeeting period.
I looked it up.
What
It's
we're
Wi-Fi.
getting is the views from a
So if you're on the
very
internet,
accomplished
it'll get
economist.
you.
That's the internals of financial markets. Instead of just repeating or echoing what we were saying,
It starts
back to
alerting
us,
me.
They're giving us somewhat, not perfect, their own judgment.
When you're starting to go on tilt.
Surprises are not the objective, but at the same time, I would say we didn't come into this meeting feeling constrained by the full range of alternatives we had in front of us.
So some of your peers have continued to discuss how they think about policy decisions, and if you don't offer your reaction function or your way of thinking about it, how concerned are you that you're ceding control of the narrative?
So not very concerned. That's a short answer to the question. When some people that follow the Fed say, well, we don't want your forecast. We don't want your dot. We just want your reaction function. Part of me hears what we really want is your forecast. What we really want is your dot. In terms of reaction function, let me sort of disabuse people of a question that may or may not be real and be out there. Any central banker, especially a central banker where the labor markets are more or less at equilibrium. Any central banker, when he or she sees underlying inflation moving higher, he or she is more inclined to tighten policy. Again, when you've achieved the other side of your mandate,
9 contracts.
you see underlying inflation falling.
Oh, man.
He's more inclined to loosen policy. That's my reaction function, and I don't suspect.
Yeah, lock it up, the boss. Anytime you're ever down big and you get it back,
continue to pry for more.
stop it.
Because
Lock
the
it out.
truth is,
Save yourself
for a
from
very
yourself.
long time, in a lot of countries, coming out of the 2008 crisis, we're in crisis mode. We were purposefully providing a lot of information, trying to provide a lot of assurance, trying to tell people exactly what we're going to do.
Don't forget the boop,
Offering
that button.
forward guidance with
The like
clarity
button.
as if we're tying our own hands behind our back. Well, in crisis mode, that strikes me as a very prudent policy. But in more benign conditions, it strikes me as worth revisiting. But markets and market participants and reporters have learned to devour all that information, so I take seriously that the pullback of forward guidance
Man, I got out of that long
some
way too early.
transition. Reform isn't easy, but
Golly.
our general judgment is
NASDAQ
gonna
up
help us make
168.
better decisions, and in so doing, satisfy our remit.
Gosh, dog it.
Paul Weissman. It's coming. There's a mic coming.
Thank you. When you talk about the 2% inflation target, what measure are you relying on?
Yeah, so I'll give two answers. First, let me give the proper standard answer. The Federal Reserve every January outlines a statement of purposes and strategy. And in that strategy document, which I believe was dated January of this year, it describes a measure of PCE inflation as the objective function.
Yeah, that's rough, Tom.
I have enough of my own, so that's our number. We're sticking with it. Who knows, come after next January, what we might say about strategy. I suspect the task forces might have something to add. But I'll say this, some version of the Lucas critique, some version of Goodhart's law in economics should remind us that when we talk about measures of inflation or something else, and we describe those measures as being consistent with our objectives, we might make them such that they're not very good measures or very good objectives. Broadly, if you said to me standing in front of you, I abide fully by the strategy document, we're going to deliver 2% inflation and not a whisper more. But to achieve that, I'm looking at a broader set of inflation data than PCE. So without sort of fully revealing my cards, I'm trying to understand, like my colleagues, what's the underlying generalized change in prices that are happening in the economy. It is not a perfect science. I might have said 42 days ago, I've got a task force for that. But we have a data project that's trying to look and see whether we can.
Look, right off here off the VWAP bands too. We just barely got into it again.
So if you would hear a
smacked it down. Raj
yes,
price still
I
in
care about what the PCE prints are. I care about what the contributions are from CPI and everything else. But my lens is broader than that, even though the remit is quite narrow.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio and Television. I'm struggling a little bit with some of what you've said today, and maybe you can help clarify this. You've said over and over again that your job is to bring down prices, to get prices stable, to hit your target, and that you will hit your target. The market says you're not there yet because they've raised rates, but all you've talked about today is talking about it, and it's not like members of the committee weren't there before you talking about it. So I guess what the American people might be asking is, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. So
wait for the task force to get back to me.
This is not all I've done today. We have spent an inordinate amount of time in the last 2 days, 2 weeks, looking at our monetary policy strategy, evaluating our tools, thinking hard about the sources of data that we have at our disposal and we wish we had. We've also thought
good job on that, Raj.
about the period ahead. What among these questions will be answered with more clarity, certainly not certainty. So the decision we made today, the discussion we had in that room, was the farthest thing from inertia I can imagine. As a point estimate at this very moment, in a choice between two alternatives, you heard the results of it, but I would tell you that this discussion was far more robust, and our thinking about how best to achieve that target is advanced, and over the coming months I expect it to be advanced much more significantly.
Smacked it down pretty good.
If I were to steal a follow-up question, you won't be giving it up. If I were to steal a follow-up question, well, what's the world think about what you've done? I would again reiterate, what we do isn't just about what we say. It's not just about what we do.
150 points down the NASDAQ from that VWAP.
And so if I look at the Treasury curve, if I look at the dollar, if I look at a lot of things that are internals inside of financial markets, I think what they're broadly saying is that this committee does own it, has the credibility to deliver it, and they believe, like I do, that we will. But I don't want to leave you with a misimpression. We've got no magic wand. This isn't something that we're going to be able to carry out in days or weeks. But we're going to deliver on the responsibility that Congress gave us. And today's meeting and the preparation for today's meeting was an important step towards that destination.
I'd like to follow up on the task forces as well and ask, what vetting did you do of the people that you appointed to the task forces? In particular, given Mark Andreessen's substantial political spending, $25 million in just the past year to back candidates who oppose stricter AI regulation, how can the public be confident that a committee he co-chairs will provide an independent assessment of AI's economic effects rather than one aligned with the interests of the AI industry?
Yeah, so I selected 15 incredible subject matter experts to tackle 5 of the most important questions.
NASDAQ back in the red.
If we get the answers right, we're going to do a far better job in delivering. And if we get the answers wrong, we have a problem.
Look where we're coming back to, right back to that structure breakdown point.
You and your listeners
not quite there yet.
We're the decision makers.
or breakout point, should I
the
say?
chairman of the board of the Federal Reserve and the members of the board and the FOMC, we will be the consumers of the outputs from 5 different committees. The judgments we're making will be informed by, but not at all determined by, these outside groups. My theory of the case in establishing the task forces were to pick people with extraordinary talent, depth of expertise, and a divergence of views inside every committee, so they too can have a family fight. This is not outsourcing to people that aren't known and haven't been vetted. This is seeing whether new ideas can catalyze a broader, better, more informed discussion inside the room. And I'm very confident that we're going to be able to do that. I am impressed by the credentials of these 15 people. And full disclosure, I've known almost all of them for a very long time. And I think they're going to give their best views on the subject. But ultimately, these are decisions we're going to make, and we're accountable to our oversight committees and to the remit Congress gave us to deliver.
Hi, Ann Saphir with Reuters. Nice to see you again. So I need a little help here too. You've said repeatedly you have no tolerance for inflation, and yet we are seeing above target inflation repeatedly for 5 years and through your term so far. And sure, you have no magic wand, but you have not taken action. You just gave us a little peek at your reaction function as well. You said that if underlying inflation is rising, that you would tend to think that you might need to tighten. And with the exception of the most recent inflation print, that is what we've been seeing. So could you explain what
we came back, we got that structured breakout point retest.
And what you plan to
Are we going all the way back to a VWAP? Yes,
And
almost
I
there.
hear from you what
Yes,
I
almost
hear
back to
more
the
broadly
VWAP.
from households and businesses. Impatience. Deliver it already. This is not an
NASDAQ's trying to get down there.
Fact. This FOMC, this board has been in business for 8.5 weeks. The patience, the impatience that households and businesses feel have been going on for 63 months. We are on the job.
All right, we're only 11 away from
We
that
will
like
deliver.
target. So you guys
We
get
are
us there.
focused
11 more
like a
likes.
laser on making sure we can do it. But the suggestion that we're going to be able to do it with our magic wand is one I want to disabuse you and everyone else of. But the discussion in the last 2 days give me more confidence even than I had 8.5 weeks ago. This team that we have at the FOMC, the support that we have from board staff, and the new hard questions we're asking.
Hey, Brian,
we
good
need to
afternoon.
resolve those, and as we resolve those questions, get smarter on those, we're going to deliver on the remit. You don't have to take my word for it. If you look broadly at market prices, they are certainly not saying all clear, but they are working in
They're saying, "Oh, he's going to raise rates
on our toes," and they have tightened financial conditions in this intra-meeting period, and that has given us.
We got 9 counts, ES in the NASDAQ,
comfort
right here on the 1 minute. We go back
we've
up.
got the ability and capability to deliver.
And is your
Hey, String B,
read
what's
or
up?
your,
Thanks for
I
hanging
guess,
out.
faith in
Mongo out of the
markets,
short, nice.
Ability to sort of make a judgment and then you to take signal from that judgment. How does that affect you when you come up on the September meeting and markets are seeing a near
No
100%
comment.
chance of a rate hike as they see now? How does that feed into your decision making and your
It
thinking?
doesn't. We're good.
So we're not going to be constrained by market prices. We're not going to be constrained or take verbatim from what the market's doing. But I think it's useful.
I disagree.
to
I think this market
understand
starts going
that
down
markets
20,
can be a
30%.
very good
They're gonna
source
say,
of
"Oh,
information." Not a determinative source, not a perfect source, but if we're trying to
VDSCO
land the plane and deliver 2%
is in the Oval Office.
inflation, and we take a very useful source of information and we get it all fogged up by giving it our own forecasts, by providing rolling commentary I can assure you that we're going to have less information, less ability to land the plane successfully and deliver price stability. We're just trying to make sure that that source of information is as direct and unfiltered as possible. It isn't to the exclusion of data sources and opinions and other surveys, but if you're hearing from me, we wanted to make sure we were getting a better source of information. I think in a relatively short time we are.
We'll go to Brian Chung for the last question.
All right, last question.
Hi there, Chairman Warsh. Brian Chung with NBC News. So you said you'd be open to having press conferences when there's news to make. So today, no change to rates, no forward guidance. For the average household, I guess, what was the news today?
So apparently it was news that I had a press conference. Let me just see if I can offer some clarity on that. Between now and year end, my predecessors and the Federal Reserve committed to press conferences this year. I'm committing to press conferences this year. That might be news to the people in this room and of no particular interest to your viewers and your readers back at home. What I can offer as assurance is that the Fed's on the case, that this Fed chairman feels better about this board and this committee's ability to deliver than I did when I showed up here on the first day, and I showed up pretty confident. I've been heartened by the reception that I received. No doubt in some of your commentaries today, you'll talk about a divided Federal Reserve. Well, that's not the feeling I felt the last couple of days and the couple days before it. What I felt was a group of professionals, all with different perspectives, different views, different judgments, but eager to roll up their sleeves and have a family fight, and eager to reform the way in which the Fed does policy, a keenness and open-mindedness and curiosity about that, so we have a far better chance to deliver on the remit that Congress gave us. And so I want to leave you with the optimism of a new central banker that we're committed as ever to deliver and to offer an assurance we will. Thank you all very much.
All right, we got them off. Let me put this back up now. Where did he go? All right, we should be able to hear the knocks and chirps coming back up. Now, let's see. How do I shut these headsets off? That's funny. I didn't realize. See, that's how new they are. Still got a wrapper on them. How did I turn this joker on? Hope they're off. We'll see. So let's see. We did have a nice rip up right up there to the VWAP bands. Smacked it back down. Raj got some of that. And nothing's going to change. It's just a new face, new name. That's it. Same old, same old. Yeah, keep it going. The hidden tax they don't want us to know about. So, now we do got a lot of earnings after the bell. You know, if we look right here at, we got Microsoft, Meta, ARM, Qualcomm, Lam. Woo-wee. That's going to be some big ones. You miss Powell. Actually, I don't like him. I mean, I don't dislike Warsh. I don't. He's grown on me. He has grown on me. Even though I joke about his task force and stuff, I don't know. I think it was when he was testifying in front of Congress. Listen to him speak then. All right, they're starting to get it back down here again. So we came right up to this other support zone, rejecting right back down. See the ES? That's a pretty big move up. Only to give it all, I don't know about all of it back, but we're coming back down pretty decent. All right, 50% levels at 27. Yeah, he got picked for a reason. But he hasn't lowered rates yet. So let's see if we're gonna make it all the way back down to the VWAP. VWAP is right here. Can we make it there? We might. So we're gonna see. crap. We're dropping pretty good. Hey, so we have the NASDAQ back down 105. Jeez. ES back down 33. NASDAQ and ES both got green during the press conference. And now look, it's over. We already dropped 130 points right there. Look at it from the high up here. Dude, right now, that's about almost 300 points. That is massive. Massive, massive, massive. Jeez. Hey, we could still go back up there, but normally we don't close at the higher low on an FOMC day. Normally. If I come over and I look at the options flow, it's still elevated up here. It's been grinding up all day long. So, yeah, I don't think he's trying to talk the market up. I think he wants the market to accurately price things in. Where Jay Powell would just, basically print money. Don't worry about it. We're just going to wait and see. Yeah, inflation's high, but we're not going to cut rates, or we're not going to raise rates because we think it's transitory. Even it's transitory really got on my nerves. And then the one FOMC when he says, maybe it's time to retire the word transitory. I was like, that SOB. He really smoked one of my positions I had on that day. Oh, I was pretty mad at him. So if you guys haven't yet, don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, we do have the earnings coming up here after the bell. Where's this at? I can't see. What time? So Meta earnings right at 4 o'clock. Microsoft at 4:10. We'll see what kind of reaction they get in the markets. We're getting smacked down pretty good right here. Do we get a bounce over here at VWAP or not? Oh, congrats. You guys got us over 150 likes. Thank you very much. So are we going to be able to get a bounce at VWAP? We got Walsh out of the way. FOMC is done. I did hear him say that we have PCE data coming out tomorrow, which I don't remember seeing that. So I think I overlooked it earlier in the week. Yeah, right there. Advanced GDP, core PCE price index, employment claims. Yeah, we have the BOJ coming out tomorrow night too. Interesting. Also weekly unemployment claims. All right. I see the VIX on the way back up 58 cents. Yeah, they're cooking this thing down now. So here's where the market was before the Fed. Fed comes out with a interest rate decision. We spike up, we come back down, and then we push like I expected. And now we're all the way back down. That's not good. So, not good. Yeah, new structure breakpoint right there, Bob. That would be correct. If you're referring to right here, that would be correct. Dow's back down 843. Oil still up 509. Let's go see oil. Let's go see gold real quick. Hey, look, gold's starting to pull back here a bit. What about yields? Look, yields on the move up. That's not good. We have that ABC target up here at 4.786. So be careful. Do we get a little bouncy bounce? We might. We are below VWAP here at the moment, so we got the whole VWAP reclaimed. Hey, Raj, did you get out of that whole trade from the rejection up here? That's a pretty big move. Look at it. Straight down. 422 points. Jeez. I wish I would have taken it. Man, that would have been a banger. I talked about it up there. I just too scared to take it with the Fed out. I was playing scaredy pants. So. Smoked. We work on bar 8 right here. Can we get a bar 9? And are we by any structure or anything? Wow, look how much we come down. Let's pull that fib real quick. Yeah, we've almost hit the 786 or the 61.8. I might want to look for a little scalp back long. Let's see, can we get it? Quick little 5 points. Thank you very much, Mr. Market. Thank you, thank you. Quick little scalp. Yeah, rug pulls are amazing. They definitely rug pulled them. Said, we're going up. Psych. Yeah, I'm going to stream Asia tonight. So how the stream set up, let's say it's going to start at 8:30, but I'll probably be on around 8 o'clock like I have been. See if we get bar number 9. I want to see, do we get a 9 count? Man, these darn hiccups. I look forward to seeing you there, String Bean. All right, there's the 9 count. Streaming London? Probably not today, Bob. I already done a lot of streaming. That'll be my 3rd stream of the day. Yeah, this one might get me. Yeah, it got me on that one. All right, got me on that one. Come on, Joker. I even tried to chase you a little bit. Good thing I moved it. Son of a biscuit. I'm trying to play off this 9 count down here for a little pop back up. It's just eating my lunch right now. Oh, I got 5 points of it back. Try and move my target. Come on, let me move it. There we go. Are we going to go all the way back down to the friggin' low? Son of a deep. Wow, they're going to do the whole thing. Hey, Dow's down 945. Holy smokes. Look at this. Hey, keep in mind, Trump said we're going to be attacking Iran tonight. Yeah, VIX is right back up there trying to fill that gap. But, all right, let's see. I went long again. See if we get the little push up. Got trade detect the bubble and everything. Just go. Oh, man. I'm not looking for a complete trend reversal. Just give me a little pop. Give me back some of that monies. Wow, it's being brutal. It's taking some of their money back. We got some little wicks. Oh, man, that's really irritating. All right. I see how you want to play. I see what you're doing. Yeah, I was trying to get 2 contracts on that. First target was hit too quick. So recapture 750. Now you tell me. That's pretty ugly. Wow. Like, Wash, what'd you do to the markets? I'd like to see if I can play this back to VWAP. 765-ish. Probably get out before that, but if I could hold it to there, that'd be a banger of a trade. $550 today, look, 500 more, nice. Let's get it. Hopefully you get it, Keith. Come on, Joker. Come on. 765. Let's get the VWAP touch. Again, I'll get out before that. I'm just going to front run it. If it'll go up there for me. Can we get it? Can I get it? Will the market be so kind to me? Look at this. Come on, a little bit more. Let's get it. Come on. Come on. Oh, you son of a beep. Come on, push on up. Get it. Get it. Please. And thank you. What time is it? 3:30. We got a half hour until 4 o'clock. Come on. Let's get my target, please, and thank you. I'm getting scared. I'm out. I'm out. I think that put me at new session highs. See, look, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut. Boom, big win. So my win-loss ratio hasn't been the best the last couple days, but the big winners have helped me out. But the big trying for the big moves have also cost me on quite a few trades as well. So it's kind of tough there. Can we get the push on up? You got to push it, push it. Perfect bear flag. Yeah, because look, I got dinged out with the trailing stop. If I go back and look at all my numbers, if I employ a trailing stop strategy, it always does worse in the long run. It makes you feel better because, woo, I got taken out, but it hurts my P&L in the long run. But yeah, so I don't like, I mean, sometimes I'll move to break even, but even then, you get stopped out, break even, then you watch the market go. It just irritates me. But I really need to find a happy middle ground. The market's done hearing from Wash. The task force has spoken. Wash says, let the market do what the market's going to do. Yeah, wrinkle bars are fast. You can slow them down, put them on a faster or a higher brick size. So if I did like a 10.5 or a 20.10, it'd be a lot slower. It'd still be fast, but not nearly as fast. They're really good for catching once the market gets extended away from the EMAs. Look for a quick little snapback. They're pretty good about that. I wonder if we're going to go all the way back down. Take out the low of the day. We have some earnings coming up here. About 28 minutes. Is that going to sink the ship even further? I've seen something about yields. Yeah, look, 10-year yield on the move. That's That's not good for the markets. It's gonna cook them. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Hey, look, we never made it all the way to the VWAP, so good thing I chickened out a little bit early. 6K? Oh, man, nice. Good job, Keith. I'm hoping I find a couple more trades and join you at the 6K mark. What is the low today? 409, oh, 200 points. All right. Oh, that's a nasty reversal. Oh, wow. Look how close the ES is to a low a day. No, on the ES, I used a 2-1. I use it faster because ES moves slower. Wow. Yeah, 30-year on the move up too. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, the 30-year trying to break out. Just rocketing up. I think that's gonna, you know, people looking for houses. House will be cheaper. Interest rates gonna be a lot higher. Yeah, let's got me at 350. The murder algo. Just got 3K on the short. Nice. A good deal on that, Jesse. Trying for 5 points. I didn't get it. See, paper cut, paper cut. How many paper cuts does it take before I get it right? That's a pretty nasty reversal off the highs. Off the afternoon high. That's nasty. Dang it. I was getting ready to hit close. It whipped back down too quick. I couldn't get it. It's up 5 something on this stupid trade too. There you go. Come on. 6. Close it. Thank you very much. New session highs. See, paper cut, paper cut. And then I get the good one. I just got to take some paper cuts along the way. So, be nice if I hit 6. Man, if I hit 6 today, I'll be a banger of a week. Hopefully the next 2 days don't kill me. Come on. Dog it. Just get it. Gosh, Lee. You're right there at my target. Please. Please, pretty please. Dang it. Right there at my target. That's a mini. Gosh, dog it. Try to get filled down there. Didn't want to fill me. That's a pretty. Dow's out. I think the Dow took out the lows. Hold up. Yeah, YM. Session lows. Yikes. I gotta be careful here. Are we about to go lower? I took a little short. 5 points on the sell side. They're just bleeding this bad boy down. Short term, we're in the oversold area. Dang it. Wow, that's pretty nasty. Hey, Dow's down 1,100. SP's about to break the lows. SP's down 87 right now. I just need a little something, something. Yes, is coming up on that second deviation band too. Right there. Second deviation band we're coming up on. We got big earnings after the bell. Golly, that was quick. Trying to get 2 contracts on. One of them got filled. I don't know if I got lost or made money on the first one. Oh, that's starting to speed up. Don't forget we have 350 algo coming up at 350. Market's dead? Yeah. Market's getting croaked. Come on. Stupid. I was right there too. Man, I didn't think we were going to come all the way back down. All the way. It's kind of funny too, because the... Oh, hey, yes, new lows. Yes, new lows of the day. Holy shoot. Work on another 9 count here. Whoa, what's happened there? I get 2 contracts on it. It froze on me. Just can't hold the highs. Like every time it goes up, just gets smacked right back down. Come on. I'll close it. Thank you very much. Dang it. I need $75 more to join Keith's club. Stupid market. Oh, I think. All right, there we go. Hey, Paul just sent me an email or a message too. Let's go check him out. He sent me a report card. Let's see how he did. We go messages. Wow. We gotta look at it. Make sure no. Yeah, here's the account never closed. Just to make sure though. All right. Here's Paul's results. Looks like 1,800 total profit. Nice. Hey, good job, Paul. Good deal. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty good meltdown. So yes, now we've had a 136-point range. NASDAQ has not broken the low yet. Dow smacked it. What about Russell? I don't think I'm placing any more trades today. I think I'm going to be a spectator now. Russell's right there at it. And look, we are almost up 10%. We get the VIX up 10%. That imply that tomorrow or Friday would be an update in the market. How can this fall? Well, Warsh said they're not going to be out there supporting the markets. So Powell's all about free money. The market's like, what? No more free money. What's going on here? SMH down another 3.47%. Look at the heat map. NVIDIA down. Pretty big. Tesla down. SpaceX. Actually, all the Mag 7, except for Google, are down. Micron down 8%. Bloodbath. Absolute bloodbath. TTM trend. Let's see. It was funny, even with this pullback, they were still buying calls. It's kind of weird. Look, even with the pullback, look, they've been buying calls. Are they trying to load up for the earnings coming out after the bell? That's been strong all day. And the SP is clearly taking out the lows. We're at the second band. I don't know if I want to play that fade trade this late in the day on the ES. I think I'd rather just wait on that. Hurry up and wait. So. We're at the second band. So technically it meets the criteria. NASDAQ's almost at second band. We need about another 40 points lower, which it might get. Actually, you start to see the band right here. Look, we're coming into a band right here. You're at the second deviation band, third deviation band, anywhere in that zone. There's good opportunities for fade, just like we had up here. Faded it, boom, down. But man, that's one heck of a move. Holy shoot. Yeah, one side all the way to the other, BK. I didn't think we'd go back down that far. It's huge. Craziness. I mean, they're definitely doing some damage. Damage. Yes, I think just took out new lows. And new lows on the ES. Golly, that's a huge move down. We got about 14 minutes until it closes. Yeah, new lows coming for the NQ too? Probably. We have the Dow almost down 1,200 points. Trump's going to be like, what the F did you do? Oh, man. I told you to buy. Sir, Barron called me earlier and said that he was stuck in a short. He needed the markets to go down. So, craziness. We're going to end up breaking these lows. We're coming up on the low of the day. That's a little bit further. Yeah, 409 is low of the day. Yeah, we only got 13 minutes. 350 algo is about to come out. Which way is it going to zing the market? Yeah, I definitely don't want to be in a trade when that happens. No, sir. Please. Go a long night with a single micro. Be careful. A single micro can still eat your lunch. Yeah, chomp, 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 chomp. God, that's a big move down. That is huge. Yeah, 700 points in 50 minutes is nuts. I mean, that's a big effing move. Yeah, definitely bleeding out right now. Market's in a little bit of trouble. 350 algo is coming up here in about a minute and 20 seconds. So be careful. We're going to get some type of little blip here in a moment. I don't know if it'll be a blip up, blip down, blip all around, blip, 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 blip. Took the elevator, it just jumped right out the window. Yeah, move up was a trap. Hey, Mike, we came right to one of Raj's favorite trades, right to the VWAP bands. Little double top up there, then almost all the way down to the bands down below us. Marcus said the elevator is too slow. Oh, man. Yeah, band to band. Hey, Raj, if you would have held that with one mini, oh my goodness. I'd be like, ooh. All praise Raj. That would have been sick. Mr. VWAP. That'd be sick. Oh, there's 350 algo. That was nothing. And all this madness, you don't really notice much of a difference. All right, so we got 10 minutes until it close. We have earnings coming out after the bell. So right here at 4 o'clock, we're going to get Meta. Meta's taking on some heat too. Yeah, Meta's been coming down too. So I do want to see something real quick though. Well, 24 hours so we can see Meta's reaction at 4. Yeah, you definitely got the free fall going. Dow's down 1,200 points. Let's see how bad the RSP ended up. It's down 0.88%. We have the SPY down 1.3. Is the VIX? VIX is up over 10% now. Is the VIX going to close up over 10%? If so, that implies tomorrow or Friday will be an update in the market. We're going to be attacking Iran tonight. So, Apple says, remember, if you blow your account, use code Mike. Yeah, hopefully you don't blow your account, though. But if you do, use code Mike. Greatly appreciated. PLT getting crushed. Hey, since the new update, it is a little jacked up. Hey, we did break the lows too. NASDAQ broke the lows. Oh, we got 8 minutes. The new update, they did something. Like the price line doesn't keep up with the Renko anymore. So it's weird. It was messing with my eyes at first. But it's only since the latest. I don't know if the new 8.1.8 fixes that. I don't know. But .7 jacked that up. Before that, no, I didn't notice any lag. But let's see. Can I get one more? Please and thank you. Pretty please. There we go. There we go. Quick little scalp. And the EMAs cross bullish. And we're right down here at the VWAP bands. Still a little crazy doing it today, but. Oh yeah, 355 coming in. Incoming. Hey, Hey, Paul, it's kind of hard to even tell any difference in the algo today because we're moving pretty fast pace. It's like you don't even notice the difference. 73.14 incoming. It might. We're at 64 right now. That's, jeez. Now, what about the Qs? Qs on the daily. All right, let's read draw this. Down about 11.5% from all-time highs. A little bit of a pullback. We'll see if that VIX will close above 10% or not. So. Oh, you're talking SPX. That's even lower then. Isn't it? Let's see. Oh, no, that's not too much further. That's not too much further. We might be able to get that today still. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get down there in 5 minutes. Maybe if it traded after hours, we'd get there. There goes the 355 algo. Jeez. Jeez Louise. New lows. S&P, new lows. Meta's earnings coming out here in just a few. I don't know. Did we just get it? Yeah, we only got about 6 more points and you'll have that price point, 73.14. If we hit it, that'd be pretty beast. That'd be a great call. Yeah, we breached the standard deviation. A little bit late in the day for me, though, Raj. I don't want to trade it in a big way right now. I do want to watch Meta. Meta's going to come out with earnings at 4 o'clock. Yeah, we're going to take out the low again. I do want to see if we're going to hit that on the SPX. Uh-oh. Is the SPX going to get it? Hey, Chris, what's up? I'll see you later. Oh, what's the range? 148-point range on the NASDAQ. I'm sorry, on the ES. NASDAQ, 813-point range. All the way up here from the high, straight the F down. Holy crap. Jeez. That's crazy. Still going down. Let's go see that SPX real quick. Hey, 17. Man, that's pretty darn close. Either way. Let's see. Wow, that's some big moves. They's are getting it. Get some support. How low do we make it? Hey, 73.14 hit. And it's 4 o'clock. All right, market is closed. Let's see what Meta does after the bell. Meta's got earnings coming out. Oh, we're still going down. I can see Meta moving. Oh, Meta was. Oh, there it goes. Wow, look at Meta. Meta is getting crushed. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Golly, we got Microsoft coming out here in a little bit. Yeah, it's getting whacked. Still on daily. So we trade way down here within that gap. How much is SMH down? It's now 4.88. Let's see the VIX. Where'd the VIX close out at? I said VIX, not 6. VIX closed up about 12%. That means tomorrow or the following day should be an update. Jeez. Microsoft's going up. Let's go look. I think that. Oh yeah, Microsoft is. Microsoft's ripping. Meta's not though. Meta's down 5%. Yeah, Microsoft had earnings. Microsoft beat. Meta missed. EPS missed. Revenue beat a little bit. Huh. Yeah, tonight should be fun. Don't forget, we got Trump saying that we're going to attack Iran tonight. So I'm not trading no more after hours. So I'm going to jump off. Hopefully you guys will join me tonight during the Asia session. I'll have this stream set up for 8:30, but I'll probably be on around 8 o'clock. So hopefully you guys will come out and join me. But with that being said, I'm going to jump off. What a day it has been. All right, guys. Take care. If you guys are green, don't do anything stupid after hours and give it back. All right, take care.